Okay, we are live again, and this is going to be a rather short live stream. Now, this channel is, if you didn't know, it's my second channel. The main channel is linked in the video description. But I do live streams here, and I find that they are faster and easier. And you might say that my wording is not always perfect during these live streams, but so be it. That's just how it is. I'm doing my best here. I will get back to making proper videos on my main channel starting this coming weekend, by the way. Now, Joe Morgan, good to see you there. Good to see you. Um, Reading list. So I posted under the community tab, but that was only for members actually, because yeah, sometimes it gets a bit heated. But anyway, I posted that something about a link to an article, and I started thinking about all the times when people have been asking for a reading list. Not meaning a list where I say you should read these books, but rather a list of the books that I have read. And I'm going to start listing those books on my website. I haven't started yet. I will probably start next week. And I won't be listing all the books because there are hundreds, and I will probably only list those in the English language because, well, also most of the books I read are in Norwegian, but most of you guys are not Norwegian. So that's why I will only put the English language books there. I might put links to my books in the different translations that they are available in. I might put some links to those there as well. But first and foremost, since quite a few people have been asking, I thought, okay, I'll do that then. It's I'm becoming I'm becoming this is my midlife crisis. The my obsession with studying, it's more pronounced now than it used to be. I've always been a reader, but I was walking the dogs. I'm laughing because it's kind of funny. Other people, their midlife crisis is like, they they buy a motorcycle, or I don't know, something like that. But I want to read more books because I don't want to, and this might sound dramatic, I don't want to leave this world without understanding how it works. So I'll probably be reading like things like physics. I studied economics and business administration, so I sort of remember the equations for a nation's economy and things like that, but I know very little about physics and chemistry, so I'm going to get into that. Uh, and I'm going to put the books on a list, the books that I have read, with a link so that if you want to look into it, if you want to buy it, you can do that. And yes, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I will make a little bit of money if you click on the link. That's how I put food on the table. You know how it goes. So, but anyway, a reading list is, you know, I, I think it can be useful. I'm always saying that we should be students, we should be readers, because a lot of the information that we are consuming these days is information on the internet from mainstream media, alternative media. It's the fast food equivalent of information, right? So we should read more books. Take the time to get into the matter properly, um, and that takes time. So you really have to sit there with a book, well, or I guess with a some people read from like an iPad or something like that. Um, so yeah, I'm going to start putting books on a list, and if you're interested, you will be able to find that list on my website. Not now because I haven't started yet, but I will probably start that next week or the week after. Um, so yes, Norseman Redbeard. Oh, sorry. uh, maybe um, you need a book to understand your wife. We all do. Well, not your wife, but mine. And yeah, you know what I mean. No, I won't tell her. So yeah, okay. um, Ursus is reading all the time. That's great. Bon Evers says currently reading Chemistry for Dummies. Yeah, that's where I have to start as well. I in behind me, I got I went down into the basement, and I looked in the boxes there were all the books from when I was studying economics. They're down there, in the basement. And but I sort of enjoyed some of the subjects there, like statistics. Um, so I picked up my big statistics books, and now it's in the right by Odin. Can you see it? Let's see now if I can manage. If I can manage to do like this, right? Oops, this is odd. Right there, above, next to Odin, above the bow, right next to a book called Evolution, actually. Yeah, so I enjoyed that book, and I'm going to get into the matters that I haven't really studied properly or at all, not since I was like in what you would call high school. Um, so, what do you think? Is it a good idea to have such a list? Let me know what you think. Um, okay, 1984 should be revisited. It's one of those books, or maybe the book that where you can say that, well, it is becoming more and more looking more and more like a prophetic book, you know. So yeah, statistics. Well, it's not for everyone. Some people find it boring. Some people find it complicated. It it's mathematics, but you know, I really liked it. Um, yeah. Also, there are some books that let's get a little bit paranoid here. um, let's say we are pretending to be paranoid a little bit. So, are there some books that could be banned? You know, I'm getting the most important religious books, or I call it mythology because that's what it is to me. I'm that heathen up here in Norway, you know. But uh, I'm getting those. I'm getting um, certain books that you know could be banned, maybe. Um, and 1984, I want to say I'm not. I don't think it will be banned. That would be crazy. That would be crazy, you know. So, um, Wingel says definitely some books should be banned. I disagree on that one. You know, freedom of speech and all that. Um, Now let's see here. I'll take it as a. I will take it as a yes, since nobody's saying no. That I'll put such a reading list there. Um, on my website. And on the banner here, you will see my website address, my Patreon, my Instagram. Yes, I am also on Instagram. I have to admit I am on Instagram. Yeah, that's not a point from M here. Um, it's important to get hard copies because they're making it all digital. Well, digital is not as safe as a hard copy of a book because if something happens, the grid goes down, then suddenly you don't have any books anymore. And GB says, I love a library so much. There is something about having a library in your house. Um, I I kind of expect people to have books in their house. It's something that I feel that we all should have, you know. And I get it, you know. Sometimes you have all the books in one room, you know, and but I really like when I typically other authors and editors and so on, they have so many books, and I feel bad because we don't have any books in the living room. We I like these rooms where they have covered like one wall with books. That's very nice. um, Good evening to the Woodlander. Can you see I have this gadget thing here? I can highlight the comments, some of the comments here. It's a StreamYard thing. I'm getting used to it. Uh, I suspect that you are a reader. You have lots of books. I kind of get, I have a feeling that you have lots of books, the Woodlander. You seem to be that kind of man. You're a man with a library, I suspect. um, let's see here. Yeah, okay. Yes, 600 books at the last count. Um, yeah, here's another good point there by KP Heathen. I like reading books on food storage, bushcrafting, and first aid. Yes, now from a prepping perspective, it is important to have books on those topics for obvious reasons. Lord Kynan King says all a man needs is a garden and a library, quoting Cicero. And Bond says, I have a couple of lifetimes of books, but only one life to read them. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. That's the thing. And Sutunar says, I don't think I've stopped reading books since I learned to read when I was 3. I don't fully trust people that don't read. Yeah, I'm the same. And or those people who read only one book. That kind of scares me a little bit. um, so let me scroll up here quickly. Yes, they have my books. I've been told at the Historisk Museum in Oslo, which is a compliment, of course, because they are fiction books. So they must think then that they are uh, sort of historically accurate, I hope. Otherwise, they would maybe not have kept them there for sale. And the Woodlander is saying that reading is a wonderful escape. The problem is putting a good book down. Yeah. Now, yeah, you know, it's absolutely true. Now, when you read, you travel. You know, you travel to. It's like a dream, but you're awake. Okay. And a little bit of self-promotion here. Yes, you told me, Berserker Gang 2019, they have my books in Hedeby at the Viking Museum there. So again, that makes me very proud. So okay. So this was going to be a short live stream. Unless you disagree, I will probably be starting to work on that reading list. Again, it's not meant. I don't know what to call it. It's not a reading list. If when we got a reading list in university, it was like you need to read these books, but that's not what I'm saying. It's the books that I have read. So I'll probably put that on my website starting towards the end of this month. And yeah, I won't put all the books there because that would be crazy. So, but I'll start. Okay. Yes, that's all for now. And thank you for joining this live stream. I am now looking very much forward to getting out in the woods, maybe not in the deep woods, but somewhere, probably on Saturday. And I will be filming a video for my main channel. It's been 2 weeks, and before that again, it was another 2 weeks. I have been busy with my novel. So, GB, thank you. Recommended reading. That's a good term. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Okay, that's all for now. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.